تا چند ساعت دیگه هم کارهای فنی به اتمام میرسه و فرآیند تمیزسازی بالای سرمون از 67% شروع میشه. پیش‌بینی ما این هستش که فردا اول صبح وقتی که آژانس مهمون میگیریم می‌خواهیم ما از 3.67% فراتر بریم.
بازگشت فروش نفت قبل از خروج آمریکا از برجام تحقق پیدا نکرده. دوم نسبت به تعهد خودمون در میزان درصد و غلظت غنیسازی تغییر نظر کردیم و عدم پایبندی خودمون رو به این تعهد اعلام کردیم.
شما خودتون تعهد انجام نمیدید، یک تعهد مشترک چند جانبه، بعد اون وقت روتون میشه به ما اعتراض کنید، اصلا روتون میشه اظهار تأسف کنید. تاریخ به شما چه خواهد گفت؟
من باید توضیح بدم خدمت شما که روند کاهش تعهدات جمهوری اسلامی ایران حرکتی هست دقیقاً در راستای حفظ برجام، نه برای از بین بردن برجام. ممکنه که این روند نهایتاً به خاطره حضور ما در برجام منتهی بشه اگر که بقیه مشارکت کنندگان در برجام نهایتاً نتونن تعهدات خودشون رو عملی بکنن.
The fact of the matter is, if you do study the JCPOA very closely, the Iranian foreign minister is right. There is Article 36, which says if the other signatories to the deal do not fulfill their obligations under the deal, and they have it, neither side has, neither the U.S. nor the Europeans, then Iran can take certain measures within the deal, remaining in the deal. So the reporting that Iran has broken the deal is just not accurate. The whole thing is rigged. The neocons around Trump want a war. They're pushing it forward. They're pushing it further. And they're pushing the same propaganda they pushed when they wanted their war with Iraq.
You know, we've had our little ins and outs with a couple of countries. And I would say that the UK and the ambassador has not served the UK well. I can tell you that. We're not big fans of that man. And he has not served the UK well. So I can understand it, and I can say things about him, but I won't bother. Iran better be careful, because you enrich for one reason, and I won't tell you what that reason is, but it's no good. They better be careful. Iran's doing a lot of bad things. And remember this, the Obama agreement, which was the most foolish agreement that you'll ever find, it expires in a very short period of time. So whether you have this conversation now or in a number of years from now, a few number of years, it's a very important conversation, except the way they want it, they would have automatic right to have nuclear weapons. Iran will never have a nuclear weapon. Thank you very much, everybody.
Did you open the door for these American troops?
No, we didn't. Any foreign troops coming to Syria without our invitation or consultation or permission, they are invaders.
That represents blood spilled by Native Americans protecting this land from the invaders. Yeah, that's right. You don't want to hear the goddamn truth, do you? Get on, bitch. You don't want to hear the truth. That's what that flag stands for. All the Native Americans you killed to plant your houses here. That's the truth. That's the truth.
We don't think this is going to help. Well, what are they going to do? To fight ISIS? They lost nearly every war. They lost in Iraq. They had to withdraw at the end. They didn't succeed anywhere they sent troops. They only create mess. They are very good in creating problems and destroying, but they are very bad in finding solutions.
Shalom Israel, Shalom. Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai Barakatah. All praises to the Most High God. And what I want to get into is just basically breaking down how Donald Trump is one of the biggest distractions of all time. That's all that he is. Look at the moves that he's made since he first became president. Look at how many executive orders were signed by this president alone. Look how many times they've said this has never been done before by a president. He's there to make white America feel comfortable about them going into World War III, nuclear war, and the end of America, but make you feel like they're going into utopia, the beginning of the world. No, this is the beginning for Israel. Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followed. 2nd Ezra 6 and 9. That's right. Aggressive passivity is what they present. They present a bolstering front, but they're nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? They're not about that life that they present themselves to be as. Okay, oh, we're going to do this and we're going to do that. It's the same thing they do to me, they do to countries. You know what I'm saying? And always move with a cover story. They always got to have a lie to cover up that lie. Lying is a domino effect. This country was built on rape, rob, murder, you know what I'm saying, lies. And now the house is tumbling down because of the sandy foundation that it was built on. We all know that pride goes before destruction. Okay, so you're threatening Iran and telling them we're going to do this and do that. But hold up, you still looking weak from that move when you was going to strike them, but then pull back the strikes 10 minutes before. You looking weak, son. And Benjamin Netanyahu, they've been throwing missiles at daggone Syria and Palestine. They've been throwing bombs, and they're not going to stop. Now that, this nuclear deal, you know what I'm saying, they're lowering their commitments to it. The JCPOA, which was created by Obama in 2015. To lower the level of enrichment of uranium for Iran. Okay, but now they're backing out of the commitment. Why? Because on last year, May 8th, 2018, U.S. withdrawals from the Iranian nuclear deal. Okay, and take note that Putin told you that this was Obama's greatest accomplishment. Okay, but Donald Trump, you've seen in an interview, tells you that this is the worst deal ever. No, it's not. It was the best thing for the American and European side. But right now, what it's doing is hurting Iran's economy. And what is the U.S. doing besides that? They're putting sanctions, sending more troops to this area, and making it more hotter and hotter than it has to be. Basically, Iran is telling you there's no saving this nuclear deal. Since America has backed out of it, why shouldn't we? Then we're going to begin to enrich uranium to whatever level that we see fit now. Since y'all want to back out of the deal, you want to tell us to keep to the deal. You know what I'm saying? But you backed out of it. Hypocrisy. And this is who the white man is. This is who the so-called daggone white man is. The Edomites are. They live and deal with hypocrisy at every level. They want you to live to a standard that they will never live to in their lives. So check out this report I just read, talking about this nuclear deal, and it says blame on the U.S. Russia and other signatories express its concerns. The enrichment cap breach. Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov said Monday that Russia aims to continue dialogue and efforts on the diplomatic front. Peskov added that Sunday's announcement by Iran was one of the consequences of the U.S. abandoning the deal. Okay, this is the consequences of you abandoning the deal in the first place. China was another signatory to blame on the U.S., saying the unilateral bullying by the Americans was the cause behind the escalating Iran nuclear crisis. So China and Russia are both blaming the United States. The EU is standing in between, trying to save the deal. You see Macron trying to step in to mediate, you know what I'm saying, in Germany, and the UK ambassador calls daggone Trump incompetent and empty and incompetent. You know what I'm saying? But the other people in Britain are saying that he spoke on his own. He's speaking his own opinion. We don't feel like that. Why? Because the UK is the mother nation of America, and it tells you in the Bible that the mother nation of America is going to be destroyed along with it. Okay? You know what I'm saying? And it reads on here, and it says China was another signatory. Okay, the facts show that the unilateral bullying has become a worsening tumor. Chinese foreign minister spokesman Sheng Shong, you know what I'm saying, it says Gang Chong, said in Beijing on Monday the maximum pressure exerted by the U.S. on Iran is the root cause of the Iranian nuclear crisis. Okay, so the pressure that you're putting on by sanctioning them and hurting their economy, this is the reason why they're acting out the way they are, because of what you're doing to them. And like I said, Russia, Syria, China, all these countries, especially the Middle Eastern countries, have had a lot of restraint. Okay, because a lot of things happen in the Middle East that nobody talks about, and what they want to do is blame the Palestinians, blame the Iranians, blame the Syrians, but it's really these daggone so-called Jews, Benjamin Netanyahu, and the United States. And you've seen this Iranian oil tanker that just got, taken hostage, and the crew taken hostage for 14 days with 2 million barrels of oil on it. You know what I'm saying? How do you think they're supposed to feel? And so when you see Iran talking about we're going to turn the Strait of Hormuz into the bloody sea, we're going to turn it all bloody red because of what you're doing to them. You're provoking them. So when the Carmanians do besiege you from the land of Assyria and God stirs up the Medes against you, it's not for, out of nowhere, no reason. No, it's because of what you're doing. And the proof is in the pudding. We see what's going on. Y'all talk about making it to the fall and all that. No, you won't make it to the fall. You know what I'm saying? But you ain't going to make it to autumn. And Matthew 16 tells us, and that's right, a wicked and adulterous generation seeketh after a sign, and there should be no sign given to it but the sign of the prophet Jonas. What is the sign of the prophet Jonas? The prophets on the street every day, every weekend, trying to tell y'all, wake up, America's about to be destroyed, wake up, come back to your heritage. Black, Latinos, and Native Americans, Esau, get ready for slavery. Heathens, get ready for slavery. I try to cover as much as I can in these videos, but check out these, when I put these reports up, check them out for yourself, read them for yourself. I'm putting a whole lot of headlines. It's too much news for me to cover all by myself, but check these headlines that I put out for yourself. Read. Reading is fundamental. So you don't get caught off guard like everybody else. You can't see the signs of the time, okay? You don't want to be caught off like guard like everybody. The wicked are going to be. I was watching Chief Abraham's page, man. I seen the daggone Sodom and Gomorrah, man. I seen this stuff. If we're in the month of Tammuz, I'm telling you that the fire is coming. And this is the perfect month for it to happen. The 4th month is when daggone fire rained down from the everlasting. And I believe, you know what I'm saying, America definitely followed suit. Doesn't it tell you in Revelations 11 that this place is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt? Just the level of wickedness. People walking by, they know the scriptures. They know what the word of God says, and refusing. That is the worst thing ever. Knowing, and then that's blasphemy of the Holy Spirit. That is the only unforgivable sin. It's better for you to never even know than for to hear the law and then turn. But the dog is, like Proverbs says, is turned back to his vomit. The dog is returned to his own vomit. All right. It said, take this one as we go. It says, Isaiah 9:6, for every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. Wake up, Israel, the time is now. Wake your people up, the time is now. The beginning is near. Shalom.